PL bar SQL procedure. What is procedure and what are the two parts PL bar SQL procedure contains, then how to create a procedure, how to call a procedure and how to drop a procedure. These are we are going to discuss now. Let us see one by one. Let's move on the session. What is PL bar SQL procedure? It is a PL bar SQL block. It performs one or more specific tasks. Procedure is more or less similar to function. In previous class, I discussed with the concept of PL bar SQL function. Function means that should return a value. Otherwise, it is not possible to return a value, but it have a property to return statement. In the procedure means it is not able to return any statement. Only we have to print the resultant value. That is the main difference between PL bar SQL function and the procedure. Simply, I said it. Function means it returns a value. Procedure means it is not able to return a value. Okay. Then procedure contains two sections. First one header section, another one body section. What is the header section? Header section specify name of the procedure and the list of parameters are passed to this procedure. How many number of parameters we are passed to the procedure and also specify the name of the procedure. That only contains in the header section. The next body section. Body section contains three parts. What are those means? Declaration section, execution section, exception section. Here, what is declaration? In what task we are going to implement in this procedure? For that we need some variable. In the variable, before use any variable, you should declare the variable. Okay. So, what are the declaration part you are having using in your procedure means declaration can be specified in declaration section. Then what are the executable code written in the procedure that can be written within the executable section. Then exception section. Exception, it is not a compulsory, it is the optional one. Whenever you want, you can use it, otherwise you can leave it. Okay. Then next we move on with the procedure syntax. How to procedure? Create a procedure. The syntax for the create procedure: create or replace procedure, procedure name, then within the square bracket parameter list. What are the number of parameters we have to pass that can be mentioned in this area. Okay, this only I mentioned in the header section. In the header section itself, it specifies the name and the parameter list. Here you can specify the name of the procedure and the parameters specified within the square bracket. What are the parameters we are going to pass within the procedure? The next body section. Here these only the header section. Remaining those are body section. In this body section, I can start with declaration section, executable section and exception section. Then before the declaration, you should mention the keyword is. Then declaration also optional. When the declaration is optional means just you need to print some statement, means that time there is no need for using declaration section. So in this square bracket is mentioned for declaration and also the exception, but the executable it is not mentioned within the square bracket. Whatever you can return within the square bracket for this procedure syntax means that is the optional one. Okay, so just I want to print some message means I don't want to declare any variable in the declaration section. That time you can skip the declaration. Directly you can write the print statement within the executable section. That's why it is the for optional one. So I can mention within the square bracket. When it is optional means we don't need to process any calculation. Just we need to print some result, print some value. Means print some statement means this declaration is optional. Then after the declaration only executable section begin. Then within the begin you can write the what are the executable statement you have to write. Then exceptional. Exception also optional. If you want you can use it. Otherwise you can leave it. So it can mention within the square bracket. Then yet specify the end of the procedure. So in this procedure I mentioned the header section along with the body section. Header section contains two parts, body section contains three parts. In the three parts, executable section only the compulsory one, declaration and also the exception is both are the optional one. Okay. The next move on to the example to create a procedure. This is the example for creating a procedure. Create or replace procedure. Here is the insert user. Insert user is the name of the procedure. In the procedure name is insert user. Then this is the parameter list. So So parameter, how many parameters I can use? ID in number, name in varchar. What is the number specify? Number and varchar specify the data type. Number means in that variable you can give only the integer value. Whenever you can specify name in varchar means you can able to given the character as a input value for this name variable. Okay. So after that header section you can move on to the body section. After the body section start with is, then begin insert into user values ID comma name. Here is the insert procedure. The name itself I can mention insert user. In the user table I am able to make the insertion process. For the purpose only I can write this query. I can write this procedure. So in this, what is the main task of this procedure means insert value for the user table. Either before writing this procedure, you should create this user table. Already I created the user table. For that I didn't mention. If you are not able to create a user table means before you make the procedure, you have to create a table using the syntax of create table query with the field of ID and the name. Okay, so after the creation of the table only, you can able to create a procedure. So here the main task in this user table, I need to make the insertion. In the user table contain ID and the name. That only I can specify in the header section of the parameter list. After that end. Okay, so this is the example for the procedure. In this example, procedure name is insert user. The main task is insertion for the user table. Insert ID and name in the user table. That is the main task for this example procedure. Okay, after executing this statement, I can receive the output as a procedure created. Okay, then now I created the procedure. How can I call the procedure? Whenever you can call the procedure, that time only the procedure will be executed. So, how you call the procedure? Starting with the body section, begin, then insert user is the procedure name, then ID and name only I can make the insertion process. So, ID and also the name. Whenever you can given the string value as a input, you should specify within the single quotes. Here I can mention name is the varchar. Varchar using means you have to give the value within the single quote. But the number I don't need to I don't want to make the value within the single quotes. Whenever you can use the value for the string means you have to return within the single quotes. Number means no need to specify the single quote. This is the common rule. Okay. So after that DBMS output dot putline success. What is the line specified? After the successfully called the procedure, we have to know this procedure is successfully executed or not. For the user acknowledgement, this line will be executed. DBMS output dot put underscore line is the line to print the statement in the SQL. Okay, then end. So this is the procedure creation. This is the call the procedure. You can call the procedure using the procedure name along with the parameter. After the execution of this line, you will receive the message success. Okay, why means I can mention success for after calling this procedure. The next, after the executing this procedure, I will receive the message and also I can show the result like this. 101 wrong. These value only I can make the insertion using this procedure name insert user. Okay, this process only made using my procedure creation example. Then now how to create a procedure we know, how to call the procedure done. Then if you don't want this procedure again means you can able to drop the procedure also possible. How is it possible? You can use the syntax drop procedure name. Here this is the syntax. This is the example. In this example, I can use drop procedure. Insert user is my procedure name. So this procedure name you can mention after the keyword of drop procedure. Your procedure will be removed. Okay. I hope all of you enjoyed this session. Thank you.